What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brennan and I'm BeamNX45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We have our market analysis like we do every week for the Digimon TCG. We do it every Friday. We look at card prices, we look how the game's going, we look at where things are going in terms of buying, selling, tournament cards, new cards, what's going to happen with hype for the next set. EX10 is coming, it is less than a month away now. We almost have all the card reveals, and people are getting excited, so it's going to be a lot of hype cards we're going to be looking at here in anticipation for EX10, and some other cards that are just starting to climb or potentially go down. But right now it's really crazy. We're going to have a ban list probably really soon, so everyone's expecting that. So that's going to create some fluctuation in the market as well, because certain other cards are going to go up, going to go down, and we're going to cover a lot of that right now in this market analysis. So hey, if you enjoyed this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. All right, well, let's get into it here. We're starting with our favorite blue doggo. This is Gabumon from X-Apocalypse, BT15 here. Looking at it right here. Market price $17. Most recent sale $27. It's had quite a bit of an uptick. I'm not exactly sure why this is. I mean, Gabumon's a great card, and it's a great deck too. And I guess if people are kind of thinking, well, maybe we'll see some stuff off the ban list. Maybe we'll get Gabu X off the ban list. I don't know. There's a lot of speculation to what's going to happen around this card. So we'll have to wait and see about all that. It looks like it's having a very nice upkick right here, and the set is getting pretty old, so there's that as well. Another card that seeing some hype is we see Lilithmon X-Antibody here, most recent sale 21. It's not necessarily going up, but people are thinking about this card because the new Lilithmon, which is not actually 7 Demon Lord support, it's Bogger Army support, actually has a pretty decent ability that might actually pair well with the EX7 Lilithmon X-Antibody. So this is something to keep your eye on. This could shoot up depending on where things go with EX10. So maybe sell, get your copies now. It could be a lot worse than that. Yukio Oikawa, Myotismon support, right? So this is the Tamer pack Yukio that we got a couple years ago. It has just jumped up. You can see here, like, really low, and then it's just starting to come up here. Most recent sale $10. It's selling for $20 because there's literally no listings. So I mean, last sale is $10. You might be able to come in at $20, $18, $15 and make a sale there, just because it's a lower copy. If people are excited for Myotismon, and I don't claim to know what a Myotismon deck needs. It'd be a cool deck to build one day if I ever got around to it and was kind of like, yeah, I want to build this deck. But I just don't even know. So I don't even know if this is an important card to the deck. But it's up there. People are, there's hype for it. We also have Lunamon. Galaxy is always an interesting deck. Do I think it's going to get hit on the ban list? No, it hasn't really been doing much. But if other stuff, problematic decks, get hit, this deck could shine again, just because it's one of those things that just needs a few things out of its way to really get going and stuff like that. So I mean, you can see it here. We're seeing some uptick. Most recent sale $32. Market price is pretty low, but you got a lot of you got one copy at 13. That's just lightly played, and then you're up to 25. Yeah, so this could go up very easily. So watch out for this. All Force is one of those cards that it's had some nice uptick because we got the new support from BT, BT22, and we could see it go up further because, again, it's one of those decks that when a ban list hits and it hits a bunch of other stuff, people are like, oh, let's play some All Force because it's always a good deck. So it could see, if it could see some love in the meta because of the ban list, it could probably this card could continue to go up. So you got to watch out for that as well. Another card that's kind of really good and has had some fluctuation. It kind of went up, now it's gone down, is the Palmon alternate from Blast Ace. This is an interesting card. All turns when opponent's Digimon becomes suspended, when you start your main phase, you can give one of your opponent's Digimon on all turns. When it becomes suspended, lose 2 memory to the end of turn, which is an interesting card. It's really good in Zephygamon decks that suspend. So this is definitely something that, and it reduces your Digivolution costs if you have a green Tamer on the board. So I mean, it's a good card, and it's kind of bouncing around there. You saw it's kind of come down, but it could go up again. So keep your eyes on this. Most recent sales $12.50. You got lots of copies on the market, but keep your eyes on it because it could be a good card. This card's not very expensive, Rikishibe, but it is coming back up. It was a little bit lower, and we're starting to see it come back up. Most recent sale $10. So watch out for this because it does have Nightmon in text, which is important. So that's good, especially for the Nightmon stuff. Oh, my boy Sangomon. It's still on an upward trend. Most recent sale $25. Those Liberator alts rookie alts are so expensive, and it's not just him. If we go back here and we look at his regular uncommon is $3 to $4 from the set, which is insane. It's just a good card, and it's a good card that's a different trait than it's not an Agumon card, so it's just a good card. Just a really good card. Skull Nightmon promo. Skull Nightmon promo is pretty much up there, almost $40. Most recent sale $37. It's we got Nightmon support, so things are going crazy on hype for this, and that's usually what happens with these promo cards that are really hard to get. It's how it is. So if you have these, I would sell them right now. Another promo card I was thinking about that I didn't throw on here was the Seadramon. The Seadramon promo card. It's doing all right too. You only need like a couple copies of this in your deck, and it gives stuff rush. So that's pretty good. It's actually coming down, but still market price 23. Most recent sale around 20. So it's actually cooling off. So this one's a good promo to potentially invest in the future, especially if you're thinking about playing aquatic decks. So yeah. Of course, we also have Nene along with that Skull Nightmon we just looked at. And its market price is low, but its most recent sale is 30. Copies are basically it's been bought out. It's been bought out in the lower end, so it's starting to see a spike here. We don't even see that here, but it's too late. It's too late to buy this. It's already high, so sell now while the going is good, and then maybe it'll come back down if there's enough people selling. Paildramon is another card. Imperial Dramon, I do not believe is going to get hit on this ban list. I mean, hey, you never know. Bandai could do whatever they want. They could do like a serious ban list, like we got for Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day when they like banned all the trap cards to 1. So you never know what could happen in the future. But still a pretty pricey card for the alt, anyways. $60, and it could go higher. Because if a lot of other decks get hit, that makes this deck even better, and people will play it because it's consistent and you can win with it, and that'll push this up. And like right now, like the super is at a decent place. Like it's the super's around $10. Recent sales 15, but still a lot better than the $24 to $30 that it was. This card, can potentially be back up at $20 to $30 if a lot of other stuff gets hit and make room for this in the meta. Just saying. Lucemon, we always like to look at Lucemon stuff. We usually look at the EX6 stuff because the EX6 stuff is the stuff that people love. Right here you can see 30, $40, $55. But we've been seeing some increases even on the 2.0 side here. You can see here, most recent sale, $40. You got 40 on all your BT18 Lucemon. And he's honestly the worst one. I mean, unless you count the OG, but the OG is still kind of fun. And then same with him. He's not as good as its EX6 counterpart, but he's seeing some mad increases. There's limited copies. They're all, high priced. So we're seeing some increase here that we're not seeing anywhere else. Definitely not seeing it on things like, Satan mode's probably, so we're not seeing it on Satan mode, but we're definitely seeing it on these guys right here, as well as the EX6 guys. Those guys are always going to be hype priced, but so it's interesting to see that, and we'll have to see where that goes. I think this is gonna be a really fun deck. I actually have a video on this coming on Sunday on the new support, so check it out, guys. But yeah, Lucemon stuff. You missed your chance. You missed your chance to get this stuff, and now it's probably better to sell if you have this stuff. Darkness Bogramon. We're getting a lot of new Bogramon army stuff, and this is a pretty powerful card. We're seeing it here. It's seeing some increases. It's a very cheap card as a secret. Although if, as we get closer to the set, this could see even more gains. You see the most recent sale is $10. We do have a lot of low price copies still. So I don't, it's a while until this goes up to like $20, but you never know. So, I mean, if you're interested in Bogra Army, I'd get it now. I really would. It's still pretty cheap. Belphemon, we're getting some really cool Belphemon support in the next set. And you can see here, it climbed pretty fast here with the announcement of new support. Around $20 to $25. And then it just keeps going up. So this card could see a buyout. So if you're interested in this, I might, potentially try to buy these lower copies here. Because this is a really good card, and the deck seems like it might be very interesting. We also have things like Growl X, which is diving off a cliff here, the foil version, and I think that's because a lot of people think I think this card's going to get hit. I think this is a problem card in the deck that needs to be hit, and a lot of other people think that too because they're selling them. So there's lots of like low copies on the market. Even though the market price is 20, most recent sales 12. People are dumping this, and this is a 4 of in any Gallantmon themed deck, and even more themed decks. Gravity Crush. We don't have pricing data, but we can kind of see that the same thing. Gravity Crush is another one people think is on the hit list, and you can kind of see this with the sales. In June it was 30, it was 20 in July, and now in August it's 10, and I think it's because people are trying to think like, I need to offload this card because I'm only going to need one copy because it's going to get hit to 1. So that's where I think that's going with those two cards. So potentially you might have already missed your chance to sell these, but if you still have them, they could actually go down more. So I would potentially sell if you're thinking you're not going to want to play, the deck and you don't care about having 4 copies. And then lastly, we're looking at Peridimon because we're still waiting for that level 7 rock mineral thing to get revealed for EX10. I think it's one of the only card reveals left. There's like 2 cards I'm pretty sure we haven't gotten. There's actually 5, but 2 of them are the secrets. No, they revealed Deusmon. So one of them is the secrets. One of them's Beelzemon, the secret. One of them's the War Greymon. And then potentially we have like 2 to 3 more cards that still have to be revealed for the set. And it's going to be one of them's the level 7. And I think it's already starting to hype things. You can kind of see the climb here. There is new support in EX10, so he is getting hyped. Most recent sale $13.50. Still pretty cheap, but it is, you can see that slow climb back from about like $4 back in middle of July. So it is definitely seeing some love, and that it's a great card, and I can't wait to potentially play this deck again in the EX10 format, because I wasn't even thinking about, I'm always thinking about all these baddie decks, and we got this thing in EX10, and I was like, oh, that could be my black deck. I love this deck. And there's a lot of great support now that I didn't have when I originally played the deck. So that's the market analysis, guys. Tell me what you guys think about all this. What do you think about the card prices? What do you think about the way the meta is going? It's very diverse, and we're going to see what happens once we see the ban list, which could be tomorrow, could be Sunday, could be next week. I don't know when it's going to happen, but check out my prediction video about the ban list. It's a lot of fun, just kind of just chatting it up and talking about what we think is going to happen. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below. Did you enjoy this market analysis? Did you find it insightful? Did you get some good information for it? And what would you like to see in future market analysis? Did I miss anything that I should have really covered? Let me know down below. Looks like that's all the time we have for this video, and thank you very much for tuning in. We hope to see you in the next video. As always, have a wonderful day. And that is all for now, folks.